The night was barely breathing. City lights were fading low. I was lost inside the quiet, with nowhere left to go. Every thought was like an echo, falling softly through my mind. No, I was searching for a feeling I was scared I wouldn't find. And then you moved a little closer, didn't have to say a word. In the stillness of that moment, my whole world was heard. Where your heart found mine, and in the silence, where the noise just disappeared. In the space between our shadows, every hidden doubt grew clear. You didn't need forever, you just held me in that time. And somewhere in the quiet, your heart found mine. Your fingers brushed so gently, like a promise in the dark, sending little sparks of courage to the corners of my heart. I was used to running circles, yeah, around what I couldn't face. But your love was like a slow song, teaching me to stay. When your forehead leaned against me, I could finally let it show. All the fragile parts I buried, you were strong enough to hold. Where your heart found mine, in the silence, where the noise just disappeared. In the rhythm of your breathing, every trembling turn sincere. You didn't need forever, you just held me in that time. And somewhere in the quiet, your heart found mine. Yeah. No fireworks, no crowded rooms, no promises out loud. Just two souls standing honest, without a single sound. Without saying anything, in the hush between the heartbeats, in the calm before the dawn, that's where I stopped pretending, that's where I belong. Where your heart found mine, in the silence, where the than the way we always try. 'Cause somewhere in the quiet, your heart found mine. No, we didn't chase the thunder, we just let the stillness shine. Silence, your heart found morning light through curtains, drawing gold across your face. I was waking to a feeling time could never quite erase. Every doubt I carried started fading unaware, like my heart was learning how to finally say a prayer. You were closer than the distance between my skin and fear, and I felt my guarded edges disappear. When our souls breathe the same air, when your pulse moves under mine, in the quiet synchronization of your heartbeat next to mine, it's more than just a moment, more than chance or circumstance. When our souls breathe the same air, love begins without a plan. I was fluent in pretending I was strong enough alone, building walls from old emotions, calling empty spaces home. But your touch was like forgiveness, soft and steady as a flame, and every breath you gave me whispered my name. Now the silence doesn't scare me when your fingers are laced with mine. There's a deeper kind of language we don't have to define. When our souls breathe the same air, when the world slows down its spin, in the warmth of your reflection, I can finally let you in. It's more than just a moment, more than fate that brought us there. When our souls breathe the same air, heaven feels a little near. No grand declarations, no spotlight in the sky, just your steady breathing, answering mine, and all the broken pieces fall into repair. The second that I feel you there, soft breakdown in the hush before the sunrise, in the calm of tangled sheets, every breath becomes a promise, every promise feels complete. When our souls breathe the same air, when your pulse moves under mine, in the sacred synchronization of your heartbeat next to mine, I don't need forever, just this truth we share. When our souls breathe the same air. Stay right here beside me, let the whole world wait out there. We already found forever in this air. We were standing at the doorway, half in shadow, half in light. Every word we didn't speak was trembling in the night. There was history between us, like a fragile piece of glass, but something in your silence said this time would last. Your fingers almost touched me, like a question hanging thin, and my heart was beating louder than it's ever been. In the space between your hand and mine, there's a spark we can't deny. It's the pause before the falling, it's the truth behind goodbye. It's the courage of surrender, it's the risk we're scared to try. In the space between your hand and mine, love is waiting there alive. Hey, hey. Ooh, I've been careful with my longing, kept it safely out of sight, but you read me like a melody, soft and slow and right. Every inch that closed between us felt like crossing sacred ground, like the world was holding still for that sound. When your skin finally met mine, it was more than just a touch. It was everything I guarded, giving up. In the space between your hand and mine, every fear begins to fade, like a door that's slowly opening to the chance we never made. It's the breaking of the armor, it's the tear we never cried. In the space between your hand and mine, I come back to life. No fireworks above us, no choir in the dark, just the quiet revolution of one beating heart. And the distance that once held me turns to something kind the second that your fingers find soft breath before the kiss, in the warmth before the flame. There's a fragile kind of freedom calling out my name. In the space between your hand and mine, we're no longer worlds apart. It's the place where all the endings turn into a start. It's the bravest kind of falling, it's the softest kind of sigh. In the space between your hand and mine, your forever touches mine. We don't need to say it, we don't need a grand design. All of love is written in that space between your hand and mine. was built from careful answers, from the ruins of before. Every promise felt like danger, every knock upon the door. I was steady in my distance, I was practiced in goodbye, never letting anybody see behind my eyes. Then you looked at me like I was worth the risk you take, and something in my guarded heart began to break. It's the way your love softly undid me, like the tide reshapes the shore. Not with force but with forgiveness, till I'm hiding nothing anymore. You didn't push, you didn't hurry, you just stayed when I would flee. And the way you love softly undid me, set the better parts of me free. You were patient with my silence, with the storms I couldn't name, never asking me for sunshine when you knew I carried rain. And the walls I thought were permanent started turning into dust every time you chose compassion over us. Now I'm standing here uncovered with no armor left to wear, and I'm not afraid of falling when you're there. It's the way your love softly undid me, like a whisper in the night, turning all my doubt to courage, turning darkness into light. You didn't need to save me, you just saw who I could be. And the way your love softly undid me, made a believer out of me. No battle cries between us, no war to overcome, just the quiet restoration of someone. And every scar I carried feels lighter in your view, like healing was just waiting for you. Soft breakdown in the calm of your embrace, in the truth of your eyes. I let the old defenses finally die. It's the way your love softly undid me, with a tenderness so rare. Not by breaking down my spirit, but by showing me you care. You didn't steal my freedom, you gave it back to me. And the way your love softly undid me is the reason I believe. I was strong before I knew you, but I'm stronger differently, because the way you love softly undid me. Rebuild me gently. moving to different tempos, different stories, different pain, trying to find the harmony inside a fragile frame. You were dancing with your shadows, I was running from my own. Two broken kinds of lonely, trying not to be alone. But every time you held me, the chaos slowed inside, like two uncertain melodies collide, until our hearts learn the same rhythm, until our pulses move as one. We'll keep leaning into the silence till the healing's done. It's not about perfection, it's about staying in time, until our hearts learn the same rhythm, yours and mine. There were nights we barely spoke, just breathing through the doubt, letting all the hidden questions rise and wander out. But love is not a lightning strike, it's a steady kind of flame. It's choosing one another again and again. Now I feel your hesitation matching mine, and even in the shaking we're aligned, until our hearts learn the same rhythm, until the past lets go. We'll keep writing new beginnings in the undertow. It's not about the easy, it's about the climb, until our hearts learn the same rhythm, yours with mine. No perfect synchronization, no flawless design, just two willing spirits learning time. And every missed beat brings us closer to the music we're becoming. Me and you. Soft breakdown in the hush between confessions, in the tears we didn't hide. There's a deeper kind of tempo growing inside, until our hearts learn the same rhythm. We won't let go of the sound of forgiveness, turning slowly all are lost and found. It's not about the distance, it's about the line that pulls your heart toward my rhythm, yours and mine. Let the world keep rushing, we'll be just fine.